Welcome, everybody, to the AI Impact Hour. We're going to kick this off, but I do have a question for you. Put in the chat, let me know on a scale of 1 to 10. How about this? I'm going to put it in the chat. How would you rate your nonprofit's readiness to use AI effectively? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your nonprofits? The process of beginning. Some people said 0. Whoa. Okay. Anybody above a 7, I'm going to ask you to join me as a panelist later on. So, what AI Impact Hour is, it's just that I'm hoping that it'll impact you and your nonprofit because we always have a speaker who is from your community, who is a nonprofit, come and share how they're using AI, how it's making an impact, and then do a demonstration on the use of AI for their nonprofit. So if you would love to be a panelist, make sure that you email me and just put panelists in the subject line. I'm going to put my email right here because again, we're kind of switching platforms. So it's not going to be the registration like it normally is. So just send me an email. I would love for you to demonstrate how you're using AI. And for those of you put a number 7 and above, do the raise your hand option because I would love to see you come on. You can come on live. I'm getting ready to turn this over to Miko in just a moment. He's going to start sharing his screen. Yes, thank you so much. I would love for you to come on live and share towards the end after Miko does his presentation. And I'm excited that he's here with us. Guess what? He's in Hawaii, you guys. So it's early in the morning for him. So when he starts sharing his screen, we're going to turn it over to him and do his presentation. Again, the question of the day was on a scale of 1 to 10, if you're just joining us, how would you rate your nonprofit's readiness to use AI effectively? So, Miko, are you ready to share?
Yep, right on.
Okay, go ahead. You can feel free to share your screen. Let us know in the chat on the scale of 1 to 10. Yes, I see some 4s, some 6, some 1s, some. I don't see your screen share,
Yep,
Miko.
there you
Okay,
go.
there we go. Okay, good. Just want to make sure we're on time. Okay, I'm going to turn this over to you and welcome Miko Santos from the Myeloma Foundation. Over to you.
All right. Aloha, my kako, everyone. I'm Miko Santos. I'm the Senior Tech Solutions Manager for the International Myeloma Foundation, and I'm really grateful to be presenting to you today. So basically, let's start with, let me explain first who we are. We are the International Myeloma Foundation, and we have been in operation for more than 35 years now. And our goal really is, or our mission is to finding a cure and accelerating, oh no, improving lives and accelerating the cure. Before, as you can see on my top screen, it's improving lives and finding a cure. Now it's accelerating the cure. And our vision really is a world where myeloma patients can live life to the fullest, unburdened by the disease. And how do we do that? We are guided by our four pillars of support, advocacy, education, and research. So before we start, when we were thinking about our AI strategy, we had to establish first what are the key challenges that are facing the myeloma community. And one of the biggest ones that we saw is a strain on the healthcare professionals and patients. So basically, US oncologists are seeing almost 75 patients per week. And you are lucky if you live in a region where there are actually specialists. Like in Maui, there are no oncologists, there are no hematologists here. There are four hematologists, but there are no myeloma specialists. So these are the one of the challenges that we need to face. And then many cancer patients are facing financial toxicity as well. And then also, we found out that there is an increasing technology proficiency between not just the patients, but the oncologists as well. Based on a recent study, more than 50%, it's probably higher right now, that oncologists or even the HCP community are trusting and using AI in their workflow. And also, we do want to balance technology and humanity. We're not always going to be jumping to the most shiny thing out there. We have to think about what is its impact, how is it really going to help our population or our community. So why did we create Milo? Why did we even think about creating a conversational chatbot? We knew from the start we do have an infoline team, but this infoline team is just a two-person team. So we are catering globally, but our infoline team is just based on the West Coast. So we just follow 8 to 5. So we're missing on a lot of patients that are coming from, let's say, the East Coast or even uh, uh, let's say in Europe or in Asia. So we do want to empower through education, and this is one of our pillars. We want to simplify complex medical info for better disease management. We want to give them reliable information. It has to be always accessible. Always accessible, it's 24/7, and also it has to be multilingual. There is international in our name, and we have to cater to those that English is not their first language. English is not my first language. As you can see, I'm still struggling with English. And here are the key personas that we need to address. First, of course, the myeloma patients, patients and care partners for that one. And also, we have to assure our team members that what we are undergoing won't replace them. This was one of our major hurdles when we started this project. Our Infoline team at the start were very hesitant or very um, they were against us using AI, but now after they started using it, they learned to love it, and it's really helping them in their workflow. And also, we have to cater to the healthcare professionals. We don't just cater to the patients, even though the IMF is a patient-centric organization. We have to also cater to the healthcare professionals, giving them the reliable information that they need. So we started development of Milo as early as 2023. As all of you will probably know, ChatGPT came into fruition or public came to life in November of 2022. And then from then on, we saw the potential of how a conversational area or how Gen AI can help our patients. And then we started development of this as I think December, or no, September of 2023, and rolled it out on of March of 2024. But we didn't launch it publicly till September. The reason for that is we need to validate the answers. We were one of the pioneers of rolling out conversational chatbot, and this is not just a conversational chatbot for, this is a health related or health adjacent conversational chatbot, and we really do want to validate the answers. So from that period, a 6 month period, we really have to validate the answers that Milo has been giving. So we have to tap into our nurse leadership board and our scientific advisory board to ensure that the answers are all correct. So how did we do it? How did we create Milo? We use a retrieval augmented generation. Why did we do that? We know that the internet is good and bad at the same time. Good that there is a lot of information out there. Bad, there is a lot of information out there. Sometimes those information are incorrect or outdated, and we want to ensure that we control what Milo gives out. So from the get-go, Milo was created as a closed system. We didn't open Milo to the internet. So basically, all it's accessing is um, IMF vetted materials from our website to our publications to our video and audio files, and all of the peer related journals. So, all of these, before it even got ingested to Milo, it was reviewed by our NLB and our scientific advisory board. And for us to do this, we have to partner with someone. We are a small team at the IMF, and we couldn't do this alone. So we partnered with Max or with ZS Corporation, and they used their Max AI. We used their Max AI platform during that time, which sits on top of Amazon Bedrock or AWS Bedrock. And at that time, we were using Anthropic Claude 3.0. But as of right now, we are using the latest 4.6 and soon to jump to 4.7 Sonnet. And then we had to create the UI for this one. And then these are the highlights of Milo. So Like I mentioned, this is a closed system. This is only accessing vetted information from the IMF. It uses the resources and services information. It gives you information about myeloma symptoms, diagnosis, clinical trials, and research summaries, and all of these things that you see. And as you can see here, Milo is specific to myeloma, so it can only answer uh, questions related to multiple myeloma. So these are the sample questions that we saw the patients are asking Milo from the very general, like what are the guidelines recommendations for infection prevention in multiple myeloma patients, all the way down to answering some of their very specific questions, like I have 80 autologous stem cell transplant in October, and PET CT shows 1 centimeter, and all of that. We try to discourage for people entering in their medical information, but Milo can answer it. But there is a disclaimer. Milo is not a health tool. This is just for knowledge purposes, and you really should go and see and consult with your healthcare team. And this is just a short video that we created. And then what are people saying about myeloma? So color me impressed, excellent responses. Now, this actually uh, hits me a lot just because this response came from one of our board members who is in the tech industry for a really long time. And it was really hard to impress this guy. And just saying that this is a good product coming from him, that really means that we are on the right track. And also multilingual. Um, from the get-go, we knew that we had to tackle multilingual along the way. And one of our Spanish doctors tested it heavily, and he was really impressed with the results as well. Now, from these stats are just from fiscal year 2025. So from 2025, Milo answered more than 82,000 questions. There were more than 25,000 sessions. From 2024 to 2025, we saw almost a 290% usage in Milo. Uh, Also, average session duration was like 4 questions or around a 12-minute session with Milo. So what are the top questions that we saw just from last year? So it's coming from basically people asking what is multiple myeloma, what are the symptoms if you're newly diagnosed, what are the treatment options, what are the resources available for you, is there a cure for multiple myeloma, what clinical trials are available that I can participate on, and of course the survival rates and prognosis. And in terms of personal support is what financial assistance are available, how do I communicate with my family members. This is one of the biggest things that we saw because we saw actually that most patients are hiding their condition not just from their work environment but also from their family itself. So they need to they were asking questions, Milo, on how to effectively communicate that I have this disease and this is how I want you to treat me, or how I want you to approach me. Also to managing the treatment side effects. Is there a support group, or what community resources are near you, and what lifestyle and dietary recommendations are available? And then we did roll out Milo on 2020 September 2024, but we didn't stop developing it. So we rolled out phase two Milo in February 2026, which is earlier this year, and we added the voice interface. We added localization. So basically now Milo would know which geographic region you are and start pushing resources that is specific to your region. Let's say that you're in Idaho and you're looking for multiple myeloma resources, or just even asking a general question, it would show you what centers of excellence are available near you, if there is which doctor you can go to a second opinion, and is there a support group that is near your location. And then we found out that from one of our group discussions is sometimes you don't know what to ask Milo anymore. So we instituted the follow-up question. So after we ask Milo a question, there would be a series of what questions to ask next about your disease. And this has really helped the discussion along. And also with the newest 4.7 or 4.6 sonnet, we saw that it has the answers that Milo is giving has really improved. So thank you for going through this short presentation. If you want to try out the Milo, just click on or just scan the QR code here or go to our website, myeloma.org. It's right there on the homepage. And that's it for the presentation. And I'll share my screen, my desktop.
Lots of hearts going up. You're doing
Oh,
great.
thank you.
Yeah. So now he's going to
So,
do it.
yep. Yeah, so this is our website, myeloma.org. This is open to everyone. From the get-go, we know that we don't want to gatekeep Milo. So you don't need to register or you don't need to create a profile for you to use our system. So if you go to our website, there should be a window popping up here, but since I have this window open, you can just click on this icon on the lower right, and then the UI would come out. Let me just increase my screen size. So, as I mentioned before, Milo is not supposed to be a medical tool or give you medical diagnosis. So we have this disclaimer on top. Milo is for informational purposes only and not a substitute for professional medical advice. Now, this is really important because while it is giving medical related answers, it really shouldn't be construed as medical advice. And you really should always seek professional advice for health related questions. So basically, here are some questions. Let's say uh, I am newly diagnosed. Uh, what are the things that I need to know? So myeloma, like all other cancers, are really complex. And I can't even begin to imagine, like, if you are given this diagnosis, what is playing in your mind? Of course, there's always going to be panic. There's always going to be the search for information. If you are not that tech savvy, or if you're not going to do that, definitely one of your family members would be looking for this kinds of information. And as you can see, these are the answers that Milo is giving out. And remember, and during my presentation, we said that we have to balance humanity with technology. And from the get-go, we programmed Milo to be empathic or try to be as empathic as possible to your questions. So it's always going to be start like I understand that receiving a new medical diagnosis can feel overwhelming, and this is a trend that you could see while interacting with Milo. Ask it a medical question or a very like scientific or straight medical question. It will answer you in the same way, like a medical question. But once you start giving it like I or my family member is, then it would know that this is something close to you, that this is something personal, and it kind of shifts its focus now to be more empathic. And this is what Anthropic Claude is really good at. That's why we chose Claude as the LLM for Milo. So if I scroll down, let me just do this so you can see more. This is what we're saying that what are the specific the follow-up questions. So what specific conditions or illnesses were you diagnosed with? What symptoms or concerns lead you to that one? So let's say I don't know how to tell my children about my condition. but I don't want them to overwhelm me as well. And this is what we see, unfortunately, and I am guilty with this one. My sister was diagnosed with ovarian cancer before, and as much as we want to help him, we just didn't put it in our mind that it is was overwhelmed. The mere fact that we want to help her and try to accommodate all her needs, it was overwhelming for her. And instead of helping her, it she kind of resented it at first. So it does take a few minutes to a few seconds to answer it, but it does answer it. And there you go. And as I mentioned earlier, we wanted Milo to be multilingual. So let me just refresh my screen. So this is in French and should be able to answer you in French as well. All right. And then if we ask it in Spanish, there you go. And then we did mention that we initiated the voice interface. So it's not going to be like hello Siri or hey Google, can you answer this question? This is going to be on our phase three. Actually, we're trying to create an app that it would be more of a personal care assistant now that you can ask it like, hey Milo, can you do this or that? But let's see. If I ask it, what is the difference between PET-CT, mass spec, and NGF? And Milo is smart enough to actually get the context of what you are asking. As you can see on the way uh, they ask question, it's spelling PETCITY when I have actually meant PETCT, and then mass spec is MASSSPEC, but it did understand the context. Oh, it's still thinking that I'm in Spanish, but here you go. So I'm more than happy to if you have any in the audience wants to and want me to ask Milo a question, I'm more than happy to do that.
Actually, we want to just ask you some questions now, and then
Oh,
also
sure.
if they're all about Milo, so if you want to yes, there you go.
Mhm.
And I'm going to be promoting Timothy Buchanan to panelists. So if you would like to share your experience for AI, please use the raise your hand option. I'll be promoting you in just a second, Tim. I'm going to go ahead and ask these questions that were put in the chat while you were typing. Great presentations, by the way, and this meant a lot to me because my mother had multiple myeloma. So thank you so much for doing this. Questions that were in the chat. Was the promo video, the one you shared that had the YouTube video, was it AI generated?
No, we actually did it. There's five of those that we created just to bring the word out for Milo. No, it was not AI generated.
Awesome.
We could
Second
have
question.
thought about it actually before, but we didn't. So,
The second question, is there a limit on how many people to whom Milo can speak?
no, as of the moment that we tried to really like stress test it, it will just slow down but it won't like crap out on you. Sorry for the term.
Okay, next question. Is Milo learning from your own internal information?
Yes. So basically, it's learning from how it answers questions, right? And also, we didn't stop training Milo. Multiple Milo or any cancer, there's always going to be a new thing coming out. So there is a regular period for us to ingest to feed new information to Milo, which for us, on a weekly basis, we have to feed it uh, new information from website. It gets it automatically, but if there is a new drug indication or a new peer-reviewed paper that's being released, then we have to feed it.
Nice.
Mhm.
Josh says, how long did it take to develop Milo to be ready initially? And I would like to know how much did it cost as well.
Yeah. So, like I mentioned earlier, we started developing, well, conceptualizing Milo as early as September of 2023. Yes, September 2023. Started the actual coding by December and then rolled out the finished product by March. Finished product in a way that this is the beta version. Like it's unpolished yet. So this is just for testing purposes. And then from March, we had to extensively stress test and validate Milo's responses for a 6 month period, not just for from the HCP community, but from our patients as well. Is it meeting the patient's expectations? Is it meeting our internal um, uh, obligations? Like for the Infoline team, is it going to satiate them, or would it be a force multiplier for them, which is what we are seeing right now? And then we publicly launched it in September. uh, Going through this process, we are really thankful for the AWS team. We did undertake a weeks long uh, workshop with AWS, basically the AWS data driven everything, or the art of the possible workshop. So Milo was an offshoot of those discussions of that workshop. Basically, what we were thinking of really is just a data warehouse, but when OpenAI launched their ChatGPT, then we saw the potential of creating a conversational chatbot.
So, what was the total cost in setting up this?
It was six figures, but is it six? Yeah, it was six figures, mid six figures. But remember, this was an early part. This was in 2023. So there was really not a lot of off the shelf products out there. So we have to build it on our own and then validate it. There was no like how do we compare it with others, or can we just get this app or download this app and then deploy it? There was none at that time, so we had to build it with ZS, and we had a lot of help with AWS as well. um, I hope that a lot of you know about the Imagine grant, AWS Imagine grant. So basically this is a grant that AWS gives out, is anywhere from 30 to 250,000. So it really helped us jumpstart this project.
Beautiful. So that's
Mhm.
wonderful. That's great to hear. I saw a question. Kevin said, "Do the responses cite the sources?"
Yes, they do. Sometimes this is something that is uh, fundamentally that we need to fix right now. But the way that we need to fix this is for us to rebuild our website. When we started this, our website was not optimized for Milo. So that's why it was not citing the correct sources. It has something to do with the meta tags and tagging. We were not really that diligent before, and the way how we meta tag our content. So we are rebuilding our website right now to revolve around not just Milo, but our future AI initiatives. Milo was just a tack on during that time, but it does show you the sources, and if you click on it, it will point you to the correct page where it got its answers from, or the majority of its answers from.
Beautiful. Russell said, does the monthly cost vary wildly based on the usage?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yes, we saw spikes really. And this is before we didn't know how big a thing Milo would be. So case in point, like my AWS expenditure pre-Milo was hovering around 2000 or something like that. Now with Milo in full blast operation and with the voice component as well, we're seeing our AWS costs spike up to 4 to 5,000 per month now.
wow. Um,
Mhm.
Someone asked, is there any advice on where to look if we would like to develop our own internal chatbot that will reference our internal documentation? Very good question.
Yes, like when we started, there really was none, but there is a lot of off-the-shelf components out there. Um, you can search AWS. There is an AWS Bedrock playground that you can utilize and play around with the different LLMs and different ways to deploy that one. And also, there are companies out there or organizations out there who develop their own chatbot that can utilize a RAG system as what we did with Milo.
Karen asked, how is Milo different from than using ChatGPT?
Milo is an enclosed system. ChatGPT, Claude, all of that, Gemini are all conversational. Uh, Gen AI chatbots or LLMs. Our difference between OpenAI and Milo is we enclosed it. So think about this as the Apple App Store. It's only uh, it's only getting information from our own database, from what we feed it. It's not going out of the internet and searching individual websites or pulling data from other websites. Uh, there is a pro and con with this one. Con is we're not always updated to the latest one, and we don't get all of the sources. But the pro is it helps us minimize the hallucination that chatbots are prone to, and also helps us validate and gives us uh, confidence from HCPs and patients that what Milo is answering are validated responses.
These are some incredible questions. I didn't, this is incredible. I think I pronounced your name, Fyra. How often do you update the database to keep it recent? And are NIH studies updated?
Yes, the NIH studies, we update Milo almost weekly. The thing is, we do need to like know about if there's anything new that's coming out, and this is one of the cons, really, if not opening it up to the website because we basically are not exposed to unless we actively search for those ones. We don't know if there's a new study unless the pharma companies tell us or one of our NLB members tell us. So yes. Also, in terms of the peer-reviewed journals, we only use open access or those but we have permission to use. So we're not just uh, plugging everything into Milo. We have to ask permissions. We did it uh, this way just because we don't want to run down the line into problems with copyright. At the time that we were starting Milo, a lot of publishers didn't even have an AI policy in place. So we can't use their journals. What we did to circumvent that is we already have the summaries in place on our website, and this is what Milo is accessing. It's not as deep as what the peer reviewed journals are giving, but at least you get a sense of uh, it will read the summary of what we have the website and push you to that page wherein the web page has the link to the paywall content to that publisher.
Mm.
Mhm.
Louise asks, is it important to let people know that Milo is not open AI?
Yes, just because there is a problem. There is still an ongoing problem with hallucinations. It is getting better with the conversational chatbots out there, but it is still prone. Like if you ask Milo something that it cannot answer, it will not uh, generate an answer for you. It would just say, "I sorry, I do not have enough resources. I do not know the answer to this question. Please contact our infoline team." And I forgot to mention this also during my demonstration that while Milo is a good technology, we are still grounded with our humanity. So every response that Milo gives is keep pushing you back to contact our infoline team for verification or validation.
This has been incredible. You can tell by the conversation how much people are engaged in the questions. So earlier I asked everybody that came in the chat on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your nonprofit readiness to use AI effectively? We've seen how effective Miko and the Milo Foundation has used AI and the AI chat box. But what's the one thing? This is the follow-up question. What's the one thing that's keeping you from being a 10 if you're not a 10? Because I don't think I saw any tens in there. I saw sevens, I saw fives, I saw some six, I saw zeros. So if you would like to be promoted to yes, JD, a nine. If you would like to be promoted to a panelist, use the raise your hand option. That way I can see you over there on the panelist side and allow you to speak. You don't have to come on camera, but I would love to have it on audio so that we can hear. And again, this is AI Impact Hour for nonprofits. We want all the nonprofits to grow and learn through AI. So thank you, God, you guys, for answering in the chat. And I saw some people who raised their hands, and as soon as I was getting ready to promote the panelists, they disappeared. Like, nope, I don't want to come. You don't have to come on camera. So, JD, I just promote you to panelist, and feel free to come on up and or stay off camera, but you can unmute yourself and share with us. Here you go. And while we waiting for him to unmute, oh, and there's another one.
Good
Awesome.
afternoon, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, you sound great too.
Okay, great, great, great. Well, as you've seen, my name is Jamel McIntosh. I am the director of IT and infrastructure for Neuropath Behavioral Healthcare, located in New Jersey, South Jersey. Union, New Jersey. And basically, we are a healthcare provider for mental health. We deal with children with special needs and disabilities. We leverage AI. I would say, we have talented marketing team that leverage AI, very proficiently. They leverage it in the area of marketing, recruiting, as well as soon coming, we'll be using AI to create our own apps, our proprietary apps. Um, I really appreciate my Miko for sharing, how they use AI. However, like I said, we use it in a different format. Our marketing team and recruiting team or HR team, they basically use it for different reasons. We use the platforms of Chat GPT. They use Copilot. They also use I don't think they use Claude or Gemini as of yet. They may start using Gemini because they're doing photos, imagery, as well as videos. Um, but they're doing a great job with leveraging, the AI to, when they're doing recruiting, they use it's almost they use it almost automatically because they're constantly reaching out to thousands of people using it for recruitment, not only for internships but also for internships as well as I would say, for direct hire for part-time and full-time. So they use the AI for that as well. They also use AI to reach out to the parents of our clients,
Right.
to gain new clients, as well as to continue to keep our current clients informed by sending out AI messages, contacting, reaching out, and touching bases if there has been any changes in the policy and procedure. With Perform Care in New Jersey. Also, they use AI with marketing. If you go to the can I share the the
Yeah.
LinkedIn page?
Go
Or
ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if you
No,
go
just
to,
type it in the link, type it in the chat for us. And
okay, I definitely
you're
will.
definitely at a number nine. So we get it. You guys are using a lot for marketing.
Yes.
So we appreciate
Marketing, I mean, they crank out, they're able, because of AI, they're able to crank out so much marketing, material, not only on based on, multiple platforms of social media, they're also able to crank it out, for LinkedIn pages, and which is also social media, so to speak.
yeah.
But just to, just to get the word out about what Neuropath is up to. I've been in IT, personally for over 25 years. So I'm definitely gonna help leverage it. My wife, she's also the CEO, and she, she also has an
To be on
IT
camera.
background.
You need to be on camera because you're giving us your whole life. You need to be on camera now. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna put my email in the chat. You just contact me to be a panelist. Just put panelist in the subject message, and I look forward to
Okay.
it. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have. Is this? I don't want to pronounce your name right. So I am. You've been promoted to panelist Charmaine McNabb. So you are able to speak.
Hi, thank you so much. My
Hello.
name's Sharon McNabb. My parents had a great sense of humor, so forgive the spelling. I'm the founder of the National Carbon Monoxide Awareness Association. We believe that carbon monoxide is completely preventable, but yet it's masquerading as various illnesses such as mental health, cardiac, asthma. And so we're working to ensure that carbon monoxide detection is on every CO producing appliance and in every building. As a just as a quick background, I'm an engineer and I moved into a home that had carbon monoxide leak unbeknownst to me, and I was misdiagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. And that's why we founded NCOAA to prevent other people from having this suffering from this injury. So we are located in Southeast Michigan. We are a small nonprofit. As founder, I've been volunteering my time for the last 10 years. So we don't have the resources to hire a IT team to help us with AI. We use a lot of contractors. We have a part-time contractor for marketing, a part-time contractor for technical. And what we found is that ChatGPT has this beautiful ability to build agents or bots.
Mhm.
And we were successful in building individual bots who handle our marketing. We have another bot who is a toxicologist, medical PhD, and manages all of the medical technical aspects. We have another bot that is a lobbyist and handles, codes. And then we have a codes and standards bot. They are very familiar with how product codes are developed, very familiar with how building codes are developed. And those bots allow us to perform more work than it would ever be possible on the our particular revenue stream. So I feel like that is a it's really pretty easy as long as you get the concept of how to build these
Mhm.
bots. And then also identifying within your organization where the gaps are and then building these bots specifically for those gaps.
Yeah, absolutely. This is incredible. So you all are using it a lot for marketing. And I like when you said that you didn't have a lot of employees, so you're using contractors. So Miko, for those people who may be a small nonprofit, but want to do something similar to what you're doing, what would you recommend to them to do?
Yes, specifically right now, AI is helping AI build stuff basically. And what Sharon said is you really have to have a concept in mind. AI is overwhelming. Yes, it is, but it is also very helpful. The way for you to circumvent that really is to have a specific goal in mind. Specific goal means specific outcomes. So at least it is controllable. Of course, feature creep, development creep would always come in because you always want to go to whatever shiny, but stay the course. Keep your goals in mind and do that first before jumping to another goal. And also, one thing that help us with this project along is have a champion within your organization. I'm pretty sure that without the support of my CEO, we won't be able to push through with this project at all.
That was incredible.
Mhm.
Stay the course. That was one of my takeaways from this. Lashika, thank you so much for being in the background. And yeah, would you share that? Do you want to share that we just launched a program? I don't know if you want to come on, unmute yourself or.
So I actually put the information in the chat, but I realized that I just looking at the conversation in chat and what everyone is sharing, and just want to make you all aware that TechSoup, partnering with Tech Impact, launched a joint CTO program that actually helps empower small nonprofits with scalable tech solutions. So I did hear a few times some folks mention, they don't have an IT person or CTO and all of that, and that's fine. So I'm going to put some information in the chat for you all to check out for that offering.
Awesome. And that's also a reason to join TechSoup Plus so that you can engage with other nonprofits inside of TechSoup Plus, and you don't have to try to say, who is that speaking? You'll find that information there and be able to talk to them. Well, I want to thank Miko. Miko, I know a couple people always try to call you Milo. Don't, I'm sure it slips out and they call you Milo
Oh, they do actually.
because I was
Mhm.
tempted just then. What you just shared is incredible. And I was actually getting emotional because, as I said, my mom passed away from multiple myeloma. And when she told me, she said, oh, the doctor said I had multiple myeloma, but I don't believe it. And she was like in denial. And I didn't know what to say. And so I left silent. And she didn't believe it. So I didn't believe it. And a year later, she passed away. So Uh, thank you for sharing what you shared today, and thank you for the International Myeloma Foundation for what you do. I know it's a great investment to set up Milo and to share this information with the public globally. So we appreciate you all. And I'm looking forward to having you back to share more about what Milo does in the future. And thank you all who came on for AI Impact Hour. The next one is going to be, I believe, don't quote me. Go to TechSoup.org and click on the webinars and make sure you sign up if you'd like to be a panelist. Lashika just dropped my email in the chat, and I look forward to seeing you all then. Thank you so much, Lashika, for working in the background. Miko Santos, thank you so very, very much. And it's still early for you, so you have a great
Mhm.
day.
Yep. Well, mahalo. So, yeah.
Mahalo. Mahalo. Lots of hearts and thumbs up and all this going up in the chat. Lots of thank you in the chat. So thank
Mhm.
you again for being here. Bye bye, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye, all.